Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hopefully you're all well and looking after yourselves, staying grounded, bringing your awareness back to yourself with all that's going on in the world. I know that there is lots taking place that's calling our attention outside of our homes and out into the world, and and it is a distraction. So hopefully you're all hanging in there and staying well. So I just wanted to jump on here really quickly this morning, just because I've had some interesting downloads. It's been an interesting morning, to tell you the truth. So there's lots of energy moving, shifting, taking place, lots of clearing. So if you find that you're in a bit of an interesting emotional space, just be still with it for a moment. See if it belongs to you. Always ask, does this belong to me, or does it belong to someone else? And you helping and assisting and clearing some energy. So that was the thing that was brought to my awareness first and foremost. I just was actually looking at my Facebook feed and listened to something, and it was really interesting. And then I noticed how I just kind of felt a little out of sorts, and so I had the awareness to ask, does this belong to me? And I was strongly given an aspect of it does, but a large aspect belongs to the collective, basically. And this person was clearing, and so I was in there clearing, shifting energy as well. Kind of a lot to wrap your head around for some people, I'm sure, but energy is always moving, and we're always in action. So even when we're resting, our energy is still flowing. Your body, your blood, it's still flowing. We have a heartbeat. So even though we might be physically still, there is energy within us that is always moving. It doesn't stop. So hopefully that helps a little bit for those of you. If this is new to any of you that are listening. Any questions, be sure to send me a comment, send me a private message if you'd prefer. I am always happy to chat with anyone that needs a little support and assistance or has questions. So I just jumped on here really quickly because, like I said, there's lots of energy taking place, shifting and moving, lots of clearing. So if you can, be really still and kind to yourself today. If you don't feel like doing something, if you can put it off and do it another day, then by all means do that, okay? So I was outside and I was raking the leaves, and I love being outside, and especially at this time of the year, like the air is really clear and crisp. It's quite cold, but I prefer the cold to the heat. So I was outside and just sweeping the leaves off the patio, and all of a sudden I heard this hawk calling out in the distance. It was crying out. It was really loud and it sounded nearby. I couldn't see it, but I could hear it. And so I was sweeping the leaves, and I just put it out there, said hi to the hawk, acknowledged it, and asked if it had a message to share with me. Now, after I asked if there was a message that it wanted to share with me, I heard a train horn blowing in the distance, and it was kind of like a frantic blowing of the horn. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting. And then as I heard the horn, the hawk again started crying out. And so I sat with this for a while, asking what's the message, if there is any, what's the message for me to be aware of. And I was given quite strongly that it's important for us to be present to what we're doing, but always to grow your awareness, to be aware of what you don't see. And if you're prompted, like, so I heard the hawk calling out to me. I couldn't see it, but I knew it was there. I could hear it. And it's trusting in when you're hearing something that you don't necessarily see, or you're prompted to have an awareness around something that you can't see, but you just have this knowing that there's something there. Investigate it. Ask questions. When I heard the train horn, that the message for that I was given was how our attention is called out into this world. So even though I was aware of nature speaking to me on some level, I was aware of in the physical world, when we hear a train horn, especially blowing frantically like that, it usually is an indication that there's something on the tracks. The horn is blowing to warn people, to get people out of the way. So the message that I received was there's lots taking place in the world that is drawing our attention, and that we are possibly, some of us, aware that there's danger, aware that we need to have caution, proceed with caution, or stop and look and listen, see what's going on around you. And the hawk was directing my attention to knowing that even though we have these things happening in the physical world, or there are things that we relate to life happening right now, grabbing our attention, there is actually a higher perspective behind these things that are happening. And if we can just be still and put the question out, asking for a deeper meaning or a deeper wise understanding, soul understanding, then we are often given the we're given glimmers of insight that will help us along the way. Now, one thing that is really strong that I got just before I went outside to rake leaves, when I had an interaction with this lovely person that I hadn't spoken to for a while, I was sending them a message, and I got loud and clear from Spirit, and this is for all of us, and that is, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I love you. I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I love you. Now, this is a message that we need to bring home to ourselves and make sure that we are sitting in that foundation of self-love, listening to what your intuition is telling you, recognizing that there are other ways to go about things. We just have to have trust and faith in ourselves and our soul's knowledge of what's right for us. Because what's right for us right now at any given moment is not necessarily right for another person. So what's going on in this world, it's really important that we drop any judgment or any, we have an understanding of things that are right for us. So we're being reminded to have our interactions with everyone that we cross paths with, to see them, to hear them, to feel where they're coming from, or feel some of their journey. People make decisions based on their journey, where they're at and where they're going to, or what they need to learn. So it's not for us to say what someone should or shouldn't be doing. It's up to them. You have to have trust in your soul and their soul's wisdom that they know what's right for them and what's right for us. So yeah, like I said, there's lots taking place. Another thing that I got really strongly was the 17th of this month. There's a huge energy influx. There's a huge influx of light. So I'm not entirely sure what is going to transpire around the 17th, but I feel that that's a very important day. So whether we, need to be still and make sure we're grounded and open ourselves up to the light that's being shared with us, the love, the energy that's being shared with us. And I feel like it's a mass thing. It's affecting many of us. I do know that as we're moving forward, what is unfolding in the world, it is more and more important for us to bring our presence back to ourselves, back to our home. So we come home here in our house, in our dwelling. This is our sanctuary to help us feel safe, relaxed, and allow ourselves to come home to ourselves, to our body, to our soul. So this is our environment for us to have a reprieve. If you're turning on the TV and you're seeing a lot of stuff that makes you feel fearful, switch the TV off. Do something that makes you feel good. Turn on some music, paint, draw, write. Whatever it is that gets you excited and helps you feel calm and happy to be here, happy to be home, okay? Don't invite any of the anxious, worrisome, the lower vibrational stuff that's going on. You don't need that in your home, because most of us are dealing with a whole lot of different energies that batter us around, feel like we're walking through a storm, and you don't need that in your home. So, I mean, obviously we all have that choice, and if we make kind choices, knowing that we're doing things in support of us and helping us to get back to our heart, what our heart knows, our soul's knowledge, then we're definitely helping ourselves move forward in the energy of change that's upon us, that's been upon us, and it's not letting up for some time yet. So even though we are looking forward to seeing the end of 2021, I just would like to advise everyone to bring your presence back and be here now in each day, in each moment as things are unfolding. Yes, we're seeing a new year in the next few weeks, and yes, we are going to have a change of energy. Doesn't mean that it's going to get easier for some people. Some people possibly. For others, the nightmare continues. And then for others, they're waking up and they're finding and realizing that they have a lot more power than what they realized. And when I say power, it comes down to us knowing and understanding ourselves, because we create our future moving forward in any given moment. And we are the creators with God, with Source, the main energy that comes through all of us. So yeah, it's an opportunity for us to choose wisely. So the last 2 years have definitely been about us bringing our focus and our awareness back to ourselves, listening and acknowledging ourselves as a divine energy, and understanding that we have everything that we require to move forward in life and live a good life. Even though we have been conditioned to think otherwise, our upbringing and society as a whole has conditioned us to think that we need to look out there into the world to be relevant. Okay, to exist, we need to be out there. We need to be propped up by what's going out there, the things that we can buy, the things that you can buy, the occupations that we hold. There's so much more for where we're going as a collective. Energy is everything, so choose wisely. Bring your focus and your awareness back home to yourself and back to your home environment, the area, the environment that you do have control over, because you get to say who you would like to come into your home. You get to say who you would like to have as a visitor. You're aware of if someone comes into your home and they leave and your house feels unsettled, then that awareness is something, it's speaking to you and letting you know basically how you have had things set up before, and where that person's at possibly, or the energy exchange between you. I mean, whatever. We're being asked to look deeper, not to look out in the world and take everything at the superficial level, the way we see things with our physical eyes. We're being invited to look so much deeper, especially moving forward in the next 4 months. We need to look deeper than what we're seeing with our physical eyes. And that goes back to a message that I got a while ago, which I was meant to share, but I didn't get on here, so I do apologize about that. I am getting better every day at getting on here and sharing, because there's just so much information. And what is really wonderful is that we're seeing so many people all around the world, people that I've interacted with personally, physically, in person, or via the internet or messages, or there's many light workers, or I like to think of the people that are here holding a space and seeing our way forward with that little seed of the little mustard seed of faith. I see though a number of people as those who serve the light, and that's what we're doing. We're serving the light vibration of love and energy of Source, and we are creating heaven on earth, believe it or not. But it is there, and we all have our role to play. So I wanted to keep this short, and I feel I've kind of waffled on a bit, but yeah, so Please be aware of things that are going on out in the world, and we have an awareness of something. There will be something that's coming in. For me, it's on my left side. Spirit talks to me on my left side. You know, energies coming in. When I have an awareness that Spirit wants me to pay attention to, or my higher self, it tends to come in on my left side, whereas anything to do with here of this world, being here, physical stuff, I tend to feel more on my right. So I don't know if that will help some of you, but that was just given to me, so I guess someone it'll make sense to. But yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback, and if you have any questions, definitely contact me. I have been doing a number of readings, and they have been absolutely awesome. There's so many people that have been working on themselves and are open to working on themselves, bringing their focus and presence back home to self, which is perfect for where we're at right now. Yeah, Spirit's just reminding me, please don't give in to fear. If you're feeling the energy of fear, notice it, sit with it, and then we're reminded to just remember how far you've come in life, all the experiences you've gone through, and the things that you have, the things that you have, I don't want to say survived, but worked through. So survived, really, I guess, but some of us more than others, but you have come a long way, and we're all walking this road together, forging a new, you know, a new way of being, and we get to choose how we would like to be in the world that is unfolding and creating. There's been lots of clearing, and there's still lots of clearing to come. So we've seen that with a lot of storms here in the United States. I know that in New Zealand there is a cyclone that is making its way. So there's lots of interesting weather stuff going on. Embrace it. The fact that we know that things are coming, it's up to us whether we listen and, you know, and make preparations to be ready, or whether we, you know, hear, kind of like me hearing the hawk earlier today. I was aware of it and I questioned it. I asked my higher self, what do I need to know about this? Why is this being shared with me? So when you're given some information, you could ask the same questions. Why is this being shared with me? What can I take, what wisdom can I take away from this? These are really good questions to be asking at this time, because there is a lot unfolding. Stay in your hearts. Stay true to yourself. Stay in your hearts and know what's right for you. There's a lot going on, and there are moments where, you know, we can feel like we're in this whirlwind where our mind is racing and we just don't know what is right. When you feel that way, make sure you're well grounded. Be here, put your hand on your heart, and ask yourself, what do I need right now to help me get through this moment? What do I need for the next moment? That's all you need to know. This moment and the moment that you're going into. We're all together in this. We all have divine presence in our lives, whether you know it or not, and we are all loved and taken care of. Remember, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I love you. Namaste. Enjoy the next few weeks as we're moving forward into the new year, but try and remain present and not think too far forward into next year. Things are changing and moving, and our main, where we have the most strength, wisdom, and power is in this moment. So don't give all your strength, wisdom, and power to what's down the track, because there are so many variables at the moment that I can't say 100% exactly what is unfolding. I don't think anyone can, to be honest. But the good thing is we have a higher vibration that is there. The divine is watching over us and is helping us. If we can remain calm, grounded in our hearts, and present to who we are and what we know to be right for us, we are awesomely amazing creators, and we assist the divine and the divine assists us. So be true to who you are. And I'm already 20 minutes into this, and it was only meant to be a few minutes. So take care, namaste, and enjoy your day. Thanks. Bye.